I'm just going to carry on chatting. I'm not waiting for people or whatever because no one knew I was coming on anyway. Just realised why I can't film on without going live. It's because they don't want you to film on that because they want people to come and interrupt and stuff. Yay! Positive vibes. So, talking about positive vibes, here's today's story. Now I know why people like to distract me. So, like I said, if I don't chat in the chat sometimes, it's because I'm not being distracted. Because I know that's what it's for. So, going off yesterday's chat, hiya Christian, you'll like this one. Going off yesterday's chat about giving love, it's also about giving the good vibrations out because that's all in with it. And I'll have to say, I need to tell the truth because I am a positive person, and I've always said if anyone's looked at a lot of my videos, be positive, put positive thoughts out there, blah, 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 which is true, and I do, but sometimes I forget because I forget that I'm not being mindful. And I've just realised, today as well, that like I said about love, it's not necessarily the word of saying it to someone, it's the doing. So in your vibrations and your love that you want to give out, it's the doing in your outside world as well, which is, and I've got some examples today. It was a bit like a tester. Go and test this out yourself today. If you're going out today, go and test this out yourself. This morning, if you have bad negative vibes because something happened in your life and it's made you go down a bit, so you're getting a bit depressed, which might cause you to drink or smoke or whatever it is, that drinking will keep you down there because it is a suppressant, like whatever you call it. And then you might hang around with people who drink and do the same thing, and you're all in that same sort of mood of being in a bit of a negative vibration. Oh, you will. Yeah, you will. So you stay in that little, negative vibration, and it will keep dragging you down because, as the saying goes, and this is for every religion, every culture, whatever you want to call it, it is to do with source, which is we are all one. So these do all come into different religions of saying, as above, is it as above? It's just gone out of my head. As above, so below, as within, so without. It means what you're projecting out to the world is going to come back to you. So if you're projecting negativity and you're feeling, woe is me, something happened, yes, it wasn't nice, but something happened, it's making me feel like crap, so therefore, when I see people in the street, I'm not going to smile at you, I'm not going to say hello, I'm not going to be nice to you because, woe is me, something's happened to me and I'm feeling bad, therefore, I'm going to project that badness out into the world so everyone else can feel what I'm feeling, negative vibes, because I'm feeling negative. So the more you keep pumping it out and feeling sorry for yourself and feeling bad and passing it out to everybody else, the wave's going to come back in, it's going to bounce back out. As if, think of it like there's a dome over you. So when it hits the top of the dome, it's going to come back to you. So you stick them negative vibes out. That's the easiest way that's just come in my head that I can think of it. You've got like a shield round you, so when you blast them negative thoughts out, guess what, guys? They come straight back on you. So flip it, positive vibes, bounce back off, bounce back to you, more positive vibes. So this is why you've got to watch who you hang around with, who you talk, the way you talk and everything. Hi Sandy, the way you talk, because it all comes back to you. So today, got to go to nursery, had to go shopping, so I thought I've got to go out. Let's test this out. I want you all to do it as well. So I thought, right, everyone's got the head stuck in the phones, but the people that you can see that haven't got the head stuck in the phones, as you're walking towards them, just think happy thoughts. I must have looked like a lunatic this morning. I just felt very smiley. And then I thought, right, whoever looks at me, catches my eye, just smile at them. Every single person who, you sort of look up at each other. Some people, you see people coming towards you like that, but just smile. It's infectious. It's another way of sending them good vibes. So everyone I did it to smiled. And I don't mean just people of your religion or your culture or whatever, everybody. So I went past couple of different, people from different cultures and everything today, smiled at everyone. They all smiled back. If you think about it, go out when you're going out today, whenever, or out shopping, look at everybody's faces. It's not everybody, because some people might be positive people and they do smile at other people, but look at the majority of people. This is what's wrong with us today. Miserable. They don't smile. They've got their heads stuck in the phones. They're all shouting on the phones when they're talking, because it's all, look at me, I can be louder than you, look at me, because I want eyes on me, because I need it for the ego, woo, and all that. So, oh yeah, but it makes you laugh, because I'd been walking around today smiling at people. They were all smiling back. I was looking at the people, because I had to go shopping for a few bits, and I'm like looking at them thinking, look at you're all miserable and all stuck in your own, like, it's just funny to see, and you're the one walking around like that, and it's just like a really good feeling. But at the same time, look at them people and think in your head, just send them love. Don't send them negativity, because remember, you might think, oh, look at them all, but just send them love. They don't know because they're not awake, so they can't see it, but just send it to them anyway. And what else you've got to look out for as well is the universe only loves, and the answer is yes all the time. And that's what I'm saying about, if you blast your vibes out there, they're going to come back to you, because the universe says yes when you ask for everything. So if you're saying yes to being pissed off about something, it's going to come back to you. So that's what I mean, watch what you say. So I know I just swore then, but I mean, if you were telling someone to offer something, watch what you're saying, because all that, like I said, it's a mirror reflection. If someone's being nasty via a relationship, whatever, or friends are being nasty, it's a reflection of them, because they're blasting that negative energy out, so therefore it's coming back to them. As above, so within. As above, so below. As within, so without. That's what it means. It's nothing scary. That's what it means. So things around you, the universe will throw at you, and the negative side of it, because there's always yin and yang, will try to put road bumps in your road. So, and this is every day, and you've got to fight against it with positivity. So, because I know this now, I was like, right, so just be positive. You've got to put it into action. I used to sit thinking, yeah, I'm a positive person, that's all right. Actually, it's quite a lot of work to be positive, but you've got to do it if you want to see results and be happy. So today, I've got, I'll show you what I've got in my window. I've got a dream catcher that I made last year or something, out of some wood that I found, because I make jewellery now and again and stuff. I made this one. It was all tangled up, so I had to detangle it this morning. Don't know if you can see it here. Made that sometime last year, and it was all tangled up, so I thought, I'm going to get up, I'm going to climb up, and I'm going to detangle it, because it was getting on my nerves. So that's what I did, just plug it back in again. And I don't know if it's because I was up there, I don't know, but I was in my onesie this morning trying to get it, and Finn's like, be careful. I was like, yeah, I'm being careful. Got down and turned out like that, and there was a spider, and it was quite big as well, climbing. It must have fell off me, because maybe it was on the ceiling when I was messing about. Fell on me, and we started walking towards Finn, so I was like, move. So I moved Finn, and then I went, Normally my reaction to that would be, I know it sounds awful, smack it with a magazine, kill it, or try and scoop it up. If I don't kill it, try not to kill it, but scoop it up, but I might squash it, I don't know, get it out. So I thought, breathe. I found a little, I think it was a candle holder. I got it in the candle holder. I set it outside. 1 point to me, 1 for not killing it, because if you kill, doesn't matter what you're killing, an animal or whatever, some negative vibes coming back in. Don't do what you wouldn't do, not just to yourself, to animals as well. You don't have to believe that, but that's what I did. Set it outside, it walked off. So that was that. Last night, the hinge fell off my door. I've got a cupboard at the top of the stairs, fell off, nearly hit me. I caught it, I unscrewed it. That was the universe telling me to wake up as well. But so carrying on from today. So that was the first thing. Then I noticed, this is going to sound mad, you've got to watch out on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, your family, friends, your kids, TV, celebrities, everything, because the negative vibes come off everyone. So how to put your good vibes out is you've got to sort of notice it. That's why be mindful, because Finn was trying to every time I was trying to watch something positive this morning, trying to put my thoughts into check, he kept trying to, like kids do, jumping on you, being a bit annoying, like kids do, and just going, mum, like that, distracting you, because that's what people do on here. I've noticed the people that try to distract me on here and don't actually listen, constantly going on. So I know, you get it on. This is why I think sometimes they put the thing down, you have to come on live, because they want people to come on and distract you. People know about the trolls and that, but it's true, because people in a negative mind will just come on to do that because they want to distract you, to get you in the negative mindset. So you just got to take no notice. That's why I'm saying, I'm not, if anyone does chat, I'm not saying it's you. I'm just saying, if I don't, it's because I'm trying to get something out. That's why I've got to write stuff down now to remember what I'm saying. I'm not getting distracted by people. So he was going on, and and you have to think about it as well. I was thinking, right, he's distracting me. What would we normally do when kids are distracting us? It'd be like, oh, right, you get a bit annoyed if they keep doing it. You do get a bit annoyed, raise your voice, and it's like, go and play over there. So they get upset. So the negative energy is winning there, because you're getting upset, your child's getting upset, therefore you're both upset. What's rippling around you? Negative energy. So I have to distract him and say something to him, and not get into that thing of I'm not going to raise my voice to him, because that's what the negative energy wants, if you get what I'm saying. My mum does it, because every time my mum comes down, we have the same argument about cleaning. Yes, it might sound mad, because I know I don't like it when she goes on about it. She knows I don't like it. It's not her fault, but she always constantly goes on about it. That's why I was joking the other day, saying she needs to go to my sister's next time, because I can't deal with it. But then again, I'm thinking, right, next time she comes, instead of raising my voice to her, which makes her feel bad, which then makes me feel bad because I projected it out, it's rebounded back off the dome and come back into me, makes me feel like crap, so therefore that's how your day goes, that's why you feel like crap. I'm just going to hug her next time. And every time she says something, I'm just going to hug her, because she'll be like, what? I'll just give her some love. I did do a bit of it this weekend, because I know what it is and I had to explain, but people who are not awake can't really get their head around it. So you've got to watch out. It's not because they're evil or anything, they just are in that asleep mode, so they don't see things like some of us see things, so they're just in that bit of a negative. I'm not saying they're dead negative, but they will bring it out and they will put it into distraction. You've got to take it in and breathe it out. Take it in, a bit like this, I can't remember what this stone's called. Breathe it in, and then breathe positivity out. Just think, oh well, suck it in, breathe it out, dissolve it. You might have said it, but positivity's coming back out. So, don't know if that makes proper sense to me. So, that was that. So like I said, went to school. The sun came out. Well, the sun's not been out properly for a while. I mean, let's go and have a look, guys. More positive vibes. Positive things start happening. It's been snowing, raining. Oh, I tell you what, the sun's come out today. A nice blue sky. Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know if you can see, but it's a pretty nice day today, because I'm feeling pretty good vibrations. Then it tried to rain before when I went shopping, and I just thought, well, so what? Rain, if you think that's going to put me off, I'll just put my hood up. I had a coat on, I'll put my hood up. And I thought rain, because then you're just watering the flowers. So what? Then after about 2 minutes, it was going to hailstone as well, because it stopped. I was like, yeah, stopped you in your tracks. Brought some flowers today, because I thought, well, when Easter's coming up, I'm not getting the kids chocolate. They have enough chocolate every day. They have a bit of chocolate every day. They get chocolate off the nana and stuff like that, a bit of a distraction. So I don't need to get any. I thought I brought them for myself to plant this weekend with Finn. And then I thought I'll get him a plant that he can choose for Easter, and he can plant that. Let's give something back. If you've got a little garden, or even if it's in your house in a pot, let's put something back. Kids have chocolate all the time and sweets. They don't need to be given something at Easter. well, if it's about spring and, well, what it's about to different people, because people see it as different things, but like regrowth, I see it now as, well, let's plant some things that can grow then, positivity, and let's plant some plants. Might sound mad. Everyone, that's what I think. But remember, this is only what I think. You can take it or leave it. Doesn't really matter. And then what else? What else happened today? I don't know, it was just like when I was walking around, you need to test it out. Smile at as many people you can smile. It doesn't matter if someone doesn't smile back, because just think, oh well, suck it in, breathe it out. But everybody I smiled at smiled at me today, because nobody, this is what's wrong with people, nobody smiles. We're all grumpy because we've had a bad day or got our head stuck in the phone. So that's what it is about being mindful. I was saying this before, but I wasn't really putting it into action. Like I was doing it, but I wasn't fully doing it with like, I don't know how to say it, with like a proper full heart of doing it, because then I would start getting distracted again by my phone, by hearing people saying something. That's what you've got to watch out for as well. So I switched my phone off. I actually switched the power off and switched it off and put it in my pocket, because I thought, I'm going to school and I'm going to shopping. I know I'm not speaking to anyone. If anyone rings me, they'll have to get hold of me after. I'm not, while I'm out and about, I am not sticking my head in a phone. I just want to see what's going on in the world properly and see the people I can see around me, these miserable people, and try and give it back by smiling at people. And guess what? Every single person I smiled at smiled back. And then I felt really happy. It just made me feel really smiley. So I'm sure that's generating an energy. And that's what I mean about, if everyone was doing it, there'd be so much energy of goodness, because it doesn't mean, because we can't see it, the waves of energy, doesn't mean it's not there. Oh, did you do it? Did you do it? Oh, thanks. Well, the thing is, people think, because when you talk about vibrations and good vibrations, like, oh, yeah, but you can't see them. They're like waves, ripples. So, but it is, because think of your microwave has got waves in it, cooking. You can't see them. There's things that we can't see with our physical self with our eyes. Doesn't mean it's not there. We know air's there. We can't see it. We sort of know it's there when it's windy, but you know what I mean. Oh, I'm so glad that you did one. Where did you put it? See what I mean? It's like, if we're all little raindrops, and we could all be positive little raindrops, we'd all just be in a big, massive puddle together, and that's what it is, the piece of we're all like, yeah, across the pond, and then we're all a little jigsaw. And if everyone started bringing themselves up to the higher vibrations, we'd all fit in place of the puzzle, which is we are all one, and you create your own life. You're the creator. If you get what I'm saying. So, if you're in a down place about anything, and I don't mean you have to be like mega depressed, it just could be you weight or anything like that, that's still making you feel crap. Do not look in the mirror and think, oh, I'm fat, my body's this, that and the other, because I've just told you, like the mirror is a reflection of you. So if you're projecting on that mirror, you are fat and you are not losing weight, it's going to come back to you. That's why you're not losing weight. Yes, you have to do some work on that. You have to start looking after yourself. You don't have to be doing like mega amounts of exercising. It could be walking. Yoga's good, because that's what I'm going to do this evening, because oh, good. That makes me feel good that you did that. It's really nice. Because I've learned that I don't need to do strenuous, like I was doing kettlebells. Yeah, I did like that, but yoga's like, when I've done it before, you're stretching and getting all rid of that tension, and that tension doesn't make you feel good, so that's negative. But you're sort of in the zone when you're doing it, and it's relaxing as well, so it's not like throwing yourself around everywhere. I'm not saying you might be doing some exercise that you really enjoy, that you are throwing yourself around everywhere or whatever you're doing, and I'm not saying that's not good, but I see the sense in yoga now and meditating, because you need to realise that there is if you want to watch someone really good as well, I found her last night, and that's why I'm finding all these people, because I'm in a positive mode, so all the people can come to me. If I was watching YouTube in a negative mode, I'd be spotting everything negative, because that's how it works. So go and YouTube someone called Spirit Vehicle, beautiful lady. She's got loads of good friends and that, spiritual, doing all this awakening stuff, and it's just brilliant, because if you think about it, there's only one you. That's why everyone said there's only one you. It's your life. There's no one who's ever going to be like you. So that's why I say when people are individual, it shouldn't matter what someone looks like, what someone believes in. If you pumping love out and positivity, it shouldn't matter, because that is the guidance of, that is the universal law, is to be love, is it, you know what I mean, if you're on this wavelength. And everyone goes, well, some people around the world, oh, you shouldn't be expressing yourself like that. It's like I said, this is our vessel. This doesn't really matter of what clothes we wear and what labels we wear. But if that makes you happy, then that's what makes you happy. It is the essence of what's inside. It is the soul. And when they say soul creator, that creates your life. It's your life. People can control you in different ways, what to wear, this, that, and the other. We have to wear it, or whatever it is. You have to, but no one can really control your mind, and that's what's totally, no one can do it. They're trying, but that's where you've got to work at. And it's not working out like I was thinking, oh yes, I'm spiritual because I'm positive. I try to think positive all the time. Actually, I've realised it is doing, so it is hard work in a sense, but you'll get a lot out of it. Nothing, in that sense, nothing comes for free, as in you do have to work it in a, you do have to put the doing into it as well. Like I said with the love thing yesterday, it's not just good enough to say to somebody, I love you, those 3 words, because you do have to actually put the doing into it to show somebody, because like some words are false feelings, because like I said yesterday, if someone says they love you and goes and cheats on you and does the complete opposite, that was false, because they've said it to you through words to make you feel secure, but really that wasn't their intentions. That wasn't what they didn't really mean it. So by doing it in a daily way, it could be as small as making you a cup of tea. It doesn't have to be the words I love you. Shows you that you can feel that. It's about your feelings, how you feel. Hi. Can never say, what did you say yesterday, life with, I can't remember. But that's why, if anyone's doing YouTube channels, do not get put off by coming live and when people start saying nasty comments on you, because they're trying to distract you. And this is what I'm saying. When you get distracted, they want you to get off subject. And then when you get distracted, they want to, or they start saying nasty things. It's all to distract you, to bring the crazy side out of you, like the darker side. It's to bring that negative side, because we all have a negative side, but you've got to suppress it and push it down and push it out and just push love out. So if you want to test this theory out, or whatever you want to call it, if you're going out today or whenever, make sure you can smile at us. It's a game, right? It's a game. Let's play a game. Go out and just see, because it'll make you laugh anyway, because you'll be thinking, right, who can I get to smile just by smiling at them? See how many people can smile and you'll be surprised. What else was I going to say? Like I said, especially to the people you wouldn't, I don't mean you wouldn't talk to, but you need to speak to people like, I said at the school gate, like the other year, I was like, oh, I don't always care, if people, well, no, it's true. If I'm at the school gate and people don't let on to me, because some people are like, oh, I need to play, oh, the mum's at the school gates and I don't want to be the one who's like on the outside, that no one talks about. Who cares? Because they're all in a clique and they've all got their head in the phones anyway. But if there is someone there and they smile, like, you speak to them, and if they're from a different culture or race, so what? Speak to them. The first thing starts with a smile. You get friendly. If they chat back, because that's the thing with today, is people don't want to talk to anyone, and oh, they're from this race and they're from that culture, oh, and I don't believe in that. Well, don't be told off somebody what somebody is like. Doesn't matter if their religion's not the same as yours. Like I said, doesn't matter what religion you're in or race or whatever. It's how You live your life. If you live it in a good way with guidance of giving people love and being kind and compassionate for humanity, then we're all the same. It's how you choose. I'm sorry, but in every religion, people can be good and bad. It's how you choose to be. So get speaking to them people you wouldn't normally speak to. Don't let somebody tell you in your family on TV that they're such a bad person because they've been doing this, they've been doing that, or their culture does this, that, and the other. Actually, open your mouth and speak to them and see what they say. You'd be like, oh my God, they're really friendly. They just think like I do. Hello? Yes. Because we're all one. It's the negative energies that try to pull us apart and divide us and get us fighting against each other, because then if we're fighting, we're mad, we're angry, we want to get revenge. We're angry, negative energy, mad, passing it up, and it's coming straight back down on us. So, yeah. Does that make sense? Just see if there's anything else I was going to say. Oh, yeah, and if you really want to do an experiment, so let me show you the other one. Well, it wasn't really an experiment, but and hello to everyone who's on. I got these flowers. I don't know, a few weeks ago. I've had to nip the flowers off. I'm a really bad plant mother. I'm really good with. I was going to say avocados. I like avocados. I'm really good with orchids, as we can see. This one, right. But look at the word that I've got on a pebble, guys. Gotta give it some love. So that one always does well. This one didn't do that well over there because it didn't have a pebble on it. It will come back though, they always come back. And then I got these hyacinths or something, I don't know what they're called. I don't really know what you do with them, so I've had to take the flowers off because they did die because I'm a bit rubbish with certain plants. I'm trying to get better. But the only thing I've noticed is one's got a heart in and one's got a pebble with love on. And I have been giving them water, so they've got no flowers on, but they've gone massive. They've gone massive. Maybe it's because they've got positive vibes on, because, you know, love is all you need in the background there on one of my pictures. You need to make sure your house has got good messages in it, as in good vibes of things that surround you as well, like quotes on the wall, making sure they haven't got hidden messages, because I saw something bonkers today in one of my bags that had a skull on it, you know, like, oh yeah, it's fashionable to have skulls. And it said something on it, demonic, like, it looked like dynamic, but it looked like more demonic, and I was like, what? And then I turned it inside out, didn't even realise that the inside of it had all, like, words on it and things, and I just thought, no, I used to like that bag, that's going straight in the bin, hidden messages and things. I know it sounds mad, but there was. And just a few different things. So after this video, I'm going to go through my wardrobe. I'm getting rid of the stuff that I don't really need, because the materialistic side of things isn't what you need. It's the inside that you need to fill. So I've got a lot of stuff that I need to take to the charity shop that someone else can have. Also, yeah, the material side of things. Oh, thanks. The material side of things is, I do a lot of art and stuff, and people have seen this on a lot of my videos. I love this. You know, we do buy things, but I do love this that I got. Do what makes your soul shine. You start coming across things, you see, that people say it's a coincidence. It's not. If you're on a good vibrations, things will come to you. So I do a lot of arts, and I make jewellery. Sometimes these are really old, so I've not been making jewellery for a while, but stuff like that. And I'm always like flitting, like everybody knows, to something different, but I've always been positive on this channel, so that has always stayed. That is the one message that I've tried to put across to people. And you can check any videos from way back, whatever the titled under. My spiritual thing's gone different now. I was like, oh, I'm witchy, this, that, and the other, which I still believe in that, but I know that the base of everything everyone believes in, whatever you are, spirituality is the main thing, because we all sort of believe in the same thing. People call it God or whatever. Yes, I call it the creator, the source, but that's what I choose to call it. So I'm just saying, I'm not putting a label on myself anymore. Yes, I'm spiritual, and I believe in being positive and all the other stuff that you're going to see. So, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so loads of crafting and all that, as in, you know, drawing and painting. And I've got some paintings I want to do because I want some to make my own pictures in my own house with my own words on them and my own positive thinking on. Not someone's painted on them. They might have been a negative person when they painted. I'm not saying don't buy people's paintings, but I enjoy it, so I can do it myself. So, but now I realise that all this, and I've said it before, I've said it in a couple of other videos, all this, oh, I want to do this and then flit into that, and I need, what am I needing? What am I needing? It's inside. I need the love inside. I need to sit still sometimes and meditate and just be with me inside and ask for the things I want and pump it out there, if you know what I mean, so it can come back. I just need to be with me and my thoughts of positivity, not negative thoughts, just good thoughts, because it needs to come from in to blast out. It's not the outward to the inward, because that's materialistic. It's the outward. It's the inward to the outward, if you know what I mean. Like I said before, as within, so without. If you're calm and loving and passionate and things inside and giving that vibe out, it'll come out of you. And then with that, you'll start attracting the good things in your life, the good people in your life. And I've seen this. If I'm thinking good thoughts, I'll just come across people on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, and you think, oh, that's a coincidence, isn't it? No, it's not. It's because you're attracting them people. They're on the same wavelength. If any of you have wondered why I've just popped up lately, and you're thinking, oh, that's good because that's how I'm feeling lately, or that's how feeling lately, or that's how I want to start looking into, you know, being more positive, it's because you've gone up a level to, you're putting them vibrations out there. That's what you want. So that's why things are coming in. Or if you've met someone lately, a new friend, and you're thinking, yeah, they're on my wavelength, mindset. It's all about what you think and what you say and what you feel, of putting it out there. That's why you're attracting. So if you go down in the dumps, you'll notice when you go down in the dumps, you feel like crap, everything feels like crap. People, you want to say bad things, you want to swear, you want to be angry, then you see things on telly you don't want to see, and it's all doom and gloom. That is why got to lift it up. Yes, you've got to work at it. In a sense, you don't have to work at being negative. So I think that's why it's so easy to fall in that pit of despair and start drinking, taking drugs, whatever it is, to try and using something false to make yourself feel better. So when that's subsided, you feel crap again. So you're back in the cycle. But trying to work at being positive, because you do have to work at it, and working on yourself inside, you can only attract good things. So that's what you've got to do. So if you want to test it out, here's some homework, guys. When you go out, see it as a game because it's funny. Who cares what people think about you? That's half of the problem in the world as well. People caring what people think. Oh, she's wearing this, she's wearing that. So what? If it makes you happy, so what? That makes you happy. You'll get people looking at you and thinking, I wish I could be more like that person, because they don't go with what everyone's telling them to do. They just do what they want to do because that's how they are. That's what they want to do. So go and smile at some people and see how many people you can make smile back by just smiling. And then talking to people, if they talk to you, just be nice and see what they've got to say. The other experiment is the Dr. Emoto's rice experiment. I'd go and YouTube that, Dr. Emoto's. I think it was water. He did it with water crystals. Something about, I think you do it with water, putting good vibrations on some water that had been blessed, telling the water that he loved it or thought on it of love, and then the other one you ignore or you call it, you say you're evil, you're horrible, die or whatever, awful negative words, you see what happens. But what I did, and I have done a video on this, I might do it again, is cook some rice. So obviously it's the rice out of the same bowl, have 2 containers, plastic containers, go and try it, honestly, you'll be amazed. Your kids can do it as well. You can show your kids a scoop of rice in one container, a scoop of rice in the other container, both same containers, so you can't say, oh, that had more in and that had less in, that's why it didn't work. Same amount. I don't mean you have to weigh it out, but the same amount in each container. Doesn't have to be a massive container. I put a sticker on mine saying love, so I knew that was the love one, and the other one you can either put negative or not put anything on it, because you don't want to give that any good vibes on it. Every day when you wake up, just for 60 seconds, you don't have to be stood there all day. You don't have, if you worried about looking stupid in front of your partner, if your partner don't know what you're going on about and thinks, oh God, talking to Rice now. You don't have to do it through talk, do it through thought. So just look at it, hold it in your hand and blast loving thoughts on it, like, oh, you're beautiful, you're lovely, have a beautiful day. Anything positive, doesn't matter what you're saying, on it. The other one, loads of people have done this, it's nothing new, so you can go and check out on YouTube, loads of people have done it. It did work. And then the other one, you can either choose to not say anything to at all because you're ignoring it. So that's negative. That's negative if you're ignoring it, which what I'll bring up in a minute about kids. Negative. So, or you can just choose to, if you put some anger on that, and you watch what happens in about a week, maybe 2 weeks. I think mine was in a week. You see what happens with the positive and the negative, and then you can come back and tell me. And that's another thing about, I've noticed with kids as well. I've done it. We all do it because we're putting this world to be like, we're not putting this world to be like this. We're putting this world to share and be loving and stuff. But we're made to think that everything's stressful. Your kids are asking you stuff. You're on the phone. You're ignoring them. You only go. That's why they say it's hurtful when you say to your child. And we all do it. I do it. I've done it. I'm trying to stop this now. Is when they're asking you something, you go, in a minute. And that in a minute could be about half an hour because you keep going in a minute. So they don't see you as trusting because they think mummy says in a minute, but mummy didn't, daddy didn't. So that thing of, I forgot what I was going to say now. What was I saying? I've gone off plot now. Yeah, probably like ignoring something is bad energy. That's why people say if you've got something, even if you think, oh God, I don't want to do this, you've got to get it done and out of the way, because it does make you feel better when you've got it out of the way. The more it's left, you do think, oh, I've got to do that. Oh, that makes you feel bad, so you've got to try and get it out of the way. So when you're ignoring somebody, even your child, even if you think it's not harmful, as in because you're only going, right, wait a minute, oh, just go and do that, it does affect them because it's negativity. So maybe that's why sometimes in the end you end up shouting at them, go, right, in a minute, and then they're crying because you've shouted at them, they don't like it, so it sets the whole thing off of negativity. So if you try and think about what's going on and how these negative thoughts are coming in, and then try it, blast them out, talk to your child, get down to the level and, ask them blah, 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 blah. But I hope you just get what I mean off this, because to me it makes total sense, and I just want you to go and smile at a load of people. Christian just said on air he left a positive note in, I think he said when he went to the shop, so that's really nice. Keep doing some more, because you'll get a good feeling off someone's picked that up and had a nice message, and like you say, you don't know if they're feeling bad that day. Everybody needs to know that humanity is not the evil place that it can be, and it is, but there are people out there who care, and I think there's a lot more people in the world that care, all over, religions, race, whatever. Doesn't matter what skin colour you are, whatever. Doesn't matter what religion you're from, whatever. Yeah, you felt wonderful because you know that you were doing something good, and someone was going to feel that good, and they would, because that's you putting good out there, so someone else is going to feel your vibe, because that's why they say in different whatever, don't do what you wouldn't do to yourself. You wouldn't write yourself a letter to find that had a load of negative energy in it, because you're just going to read it and think, oh, thanks. Yeah, that's made my day today. Not. So what would you do if you wanted to find a letter? What would you do? What would you like positive to see in a little note if you found it? If you found it, put that in the letter, in the note. It only has to be a little note. It doesn't have to have loads of stuff on it, but it's up to you. It could have loads of stuff in it. Do that. If you're thinking, yeah, what have I got to put in it? What would you like to find in a positive note? What would make you smile? Could be a joke, but a nice joke, a positive joke. Could just be a really nice quote. But you've got to start thinking like that. As soon as any negative thoughts come in, blast them out with a positive one. If your parents, your kids are trying to distract you and it's making you feel negative and you feel it, just do something that blast it out, like hug that person, or take notice of what your child's saying and just explain to them. Don't shout at them. Like today, he knocked over this thing upstairs, and it is the universe. It's the universe telling you when you think, oh yeah, that just happened, it was a coincidence. No, he knocked over this little thing with like an oil burner on it. It's not an oil burner, it's like an electrical one, and it has these little crystals in it, but I don't really use it. So he knocked it off, so all the crystals went all over the floor, and I went, oh, what have you done? And then I thought, right, here we go. Ooh, the universe is telling you something. Don't get in negative form where I'm going to shout and go, why have you knocked it over? Did you knock it over? So I said, did you knock it over? And he went, no. And he stood there like that, and I went, you did? I said, it's good to tell the truth. And he wouldn't tell the truth, not because he wanted to lie, it's because normally I'd have gone, oh, Finn, why have you knocked it over? Why am I raising my voice to say that he knocked it over because it was an accident? So 3 times I had to ask him, I'd say, oh, it's okay, you know. I said, come here, and he said sorry, and he gave me love. I said, it's okay, it doesn't matter, it was just an accident. I said, Mummy, I'll tidy it up. And then he went, can I help you? Normally, I would have got my rag and gone, oh, why have you knocked all that over? Then he'd have been moaning because I was shouting, and I'd have been feeling horrible because I've just upset him, if you get what I'm saying. I've just upset him by raising my voice to him and getting all mad because I'm clearing it up. And I just thought, does it really matter? You know, I'll just clean it up. It was an accident. We all have accidents, do you know what I mean? But because we have our head stuck in things and we're rushing around all the time, we just get stressed about everything. Just calm down. Breathe. If someone's really annoying you, and someone said something stupid, because if you're awake now and you think, oh my God, I've even got friends that are so stupid they don't see it, it's not their fault. Just project love on them and breathe when you're speaking to them, and then just suck it in and blow it out. And if you have to stop the conversation, just stop it and talk about something, but maybe talk about something positive and just distract them with that. If they're distracting you with negativity, distract them back with positivity. It's a game. So think of it as a game. It's easier to think of it as a game. Negative, we'll blast it out with something else. Right, we won't talk about this now, but we'll still talk about something positive. Like, did you see that thing on that really good film? But make sure it's a positive film. Like I said, reading all these magazines with all celebs. I'm not saying all celebs, but I'm saying magazines with all who's fat, this, that, and it. Like I've said before, it's just negativity. You don't need it. You really, really, really don't need it. You know, if social media ended, and like we did watch telly and stuff, this is the thing, what would everyone do? They'd all be like, oh my God. I mean, yeah, it'd be sad because we can't connect, but then you'd have to go out connecting in the world with your next door neighbours and everything, and talking and actually doing stuff. And it sounds like going back to the days before, which would probably be better. That's why people would be shocked. They wouldn't know what to do. They're like, oh, what do I do with myself? They've got no TV. Like, what do we do? Go and have a good conversation with someone. Maybe go and do some drawing or painting or gardening or going for a walk and exercising and getting out in nature, because nature is one of the biggest things that will give you positive vibes. I'd rather be on a country walk than walking through the city, but that's just me. So I hope you like that one, because I've got to go now and do a few bits before I pick him up. Take some stuff to the charity shop show. I'll see you soon. And all of you who were there, thanks for watching. Yeah. So I'll see you soon. Bye.